Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my plan to pan kind of project pan intro for 2022. As you may know, project pan is a thing that a lot of people do in the makeup community where you kind of specifically work on a couple of products in your makeup collection so that you can ensure that you're working through the products that you have. You're kind of conscious of the things that you're taking in and out of your collection, just trying to be more mindful about your consumption of makeup and that kind of stuff. So I do project pan every year. If you want to see my previous videos of project pan, I had like loads of them from last year and the year before. If you want to see, I try and do a plan to pan at the beginning of the year. Halfway through the year, I do a like semi-annual empties, and then at the end of the year I do the last 6 months worth of empties of the year, so like a final annual empties. Actually, I want to wear some lip gloss. Sorry, this is like kind of random. This is going to be some satin lip gloss from the, what is this, the Madison Beer Morphe collab. Yeah, that gave me what I wanted. I just needed a little something. Oh, I almost dropped it. But yeah, today I'm going to be doing my plan to pan, which is where I show you guys the items that I'm planning on panning in 2022. Kind of rhymes there. But yeah, that's my plan to pan. We're going to get straight into it. I'm just going to pull out items from the drawers next to me from my makeup vanity, which we're sitting at, and I'm just going to tell you guys what things I'm hoping to work my way through this year. To get started, I wanted to mention candle of the day is The Night Before Christmas from Honey Birdette. It's a really nice candle. It smells like a butterscotch. It's a soy massage candle, but I never use it for that. I just use it as a normal candle, and I've been burning this for a while now, and I've been enjoying it. Okay, so let's get into let's do some primer first. So I do have a primer in here that I want to use up, and it's not because it's a bad primer or anything, it's just because it's been sitting in my collection for a while. The first thing I would like to pan in 2022 is the Angel Veil primer from NYX. This is actually a really nice primer, and the first primer that I wasn't like, oh, I kind of don't like this. It was actually a nice primer. I really like it. I'm still obviously using it and stuff. I'm not really a primer person though, so I don't typically feel like I need a primer or always feel like I need to reach for a primer. So it's not something that I'm like, oh, I need a primer every day. So I need to like kind of push myself to reach for primer more, and this is the one that I'd like to use up just because it's been sitting in my collection for a little bit now. It's not that old. If this doesn't get used up in 2022, if this doesn't get used up in 2022, I'm not sad because I can just use it. Am I wonky? Sorry guys. If this doesn't get used up this year, I won't be that sad because I haven't had this in my collection for that long. I just would like to keep things moving. So if I am going to pan and primer, I hope it's this one. Okay, there are a bunch of foundations that I'd like to kind of like finish off using this year. Where's the one that I used today? So the one that I used today on my face is the Maybelline Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer in the shade 220. Honestly, I don't like this. Okay, reason being, I just feel like it gets patchy really quickly. It's not necessarily awful, but it's just not something that I would repurchase, and it's something that I prefer to keep on moving. It's kind of a darker shade for me. It's what I'm wearing on my face right now, and I'm my summer color, so it's fine. But when it comes wintertime, this is not going to be my shade anymore. So this is going to become either one that I can only wear when I'm fake tanned or in the summer, or one that I can use to deepen up a foundation that's like too light for me, or maybe I'm like in between colors. I can use this, mix it with another foundation just to like give it a little bit of a darker shade. I did previously have a BB cream from Bourjois. It was way too dark for me. Like, it literally wasn't my skin color. I couldn't wear it in like summer even. But I loved it because I could mix it in with my foundations that were like my normal like wintry skin tone, to make them my tan color or to make them into my summer color. So I'm hoping to get that kind of use out of this as well, by mixing this with other stuff. Hopefully I can get through this product a little faster. Another product that I would like, I have a lot of foundations that I'm going to tell you guys about because I go through foundation the most. It's like the product that I probably wear the most because I'm always wearing foundation and eyeliner and brows, so I work through those the most. I'd like to also use up the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. This is really beautiful. Like, I honestly love this. The only reason I want to like use this up this year is just because of the expiry date. I was gifted this by someone, so I don't know how long they owned it before they gave it to me. There isn't the most in the packet. I'm trying to see. I feel like it's like up to here in there. Like, there's not that much left. It's like that much left. But I would like to use it up in 2022 because I don't want this like sitting around and going off or anything. I haven't noticed any issues with it so far, but I like to keep things moving, as I keep saying. Something else that I want to use up is the Anna Sui foundation. Now, this is really beautiful. This is in the shade 102, and it's just the Anna Sui liquid foundation. This is the most beautiful packaging, and when I pan this, I will probably keep it for the packaging, just sitting on my vanity looking beautiful because it's a heart shape. Like, it's beautiful. This is a great shade match for me, considering that I didn't buy either of these two products for myself. They work really well for my skin tone, so that was really lucky. Thank you to my relative that gave these to me, because my relative didn't want to wear these anymore, and so I got these as hand-me-downs. So that's kind of why I want to like get these moving along, because as much as I love both of these like base products, I don't want to hold on to for foundations. I don't know how old they were already, and so I want to like use them up as fast as I can, because I don't want to like have them expire in the time that I'm holding on to them. Is there any other face products in here that should go? This one should go. This is something else I hope to pan this year, just because, again, of age. This is the Infallible 24-Hour Matte Cover Foundation from L'Oreal Paris. This is my favorite full coverage foundation that I have in my collection, and that's kind of why I've been like, not saving it, but like I've been holding off on using it as much as like other stuff. Like I'd reach for this instead of using this, because I'm kind of saving this for either like cheer competitions or if I go to the club. But as you can probably imagine, with COVID, I haven't really been going to the club. I haven't really been going out, going to parties as much or anything like that. And also, you know, I haven't had as many like in-person cheer comps to wear this to, so I should just use this up before it gets like really old. It's not old currently. It still smells good. It still performs good. If something was old, I wouldn't keep it anymore. It smells kind of fresh. I kind of like the scent of this. If something was old, I wouldn't keep it in my collection anymore. I'm not here to sit and put expired foundation or makeup on my face. That is like not a good idea. I really don't recommend doing that. Like if something smells old, the textures change, the colors change. If something is different, don't risk it, you know. You don't want to put that on your skin. At least I wouldn't want to. So that's why I want to move this along before it gets to that stage. What is next? This is like a random thing I'm going to shout out there. I want to use up these beauty blenders because I keep getting new beauty blenders and not getting rid of my old ones. I haven't been using beauty blenders. I've been in a real like buffing brush phase, especially the last few years. And so my beauty blenders don't get used up. Like usually you use them for a couple bits and then you throw them away once they become like, they literally deteriorate for me. I like use these to death. But I've just been like staining them and then just having these two stained ones. These two stained ones need like, these need to move along. So I need to use these more and then use them up and let them go. What else? I'm just like looking overall at the drawer next to me to see if there's anything else that I think should move along. This should move along because I've had this for a bit. I'm really enjoying this though. Like this is something I'm going to enjoy panning and using up through the year. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I think I'll probably use this up this year. Actually, maybe not this one. I take it out. I want to hang on to that. Oh, whatever. Who cares? Look, these powders, I love all of them, but some of them are going to get used up is what I'm going to say. This one is the one I'm wearing today. This is a Nude by Nature Mineral Finishing Veil Translucent Loose Finishing Powder. Bit of a mouthful. But it looks like this. It's really beautiful. Oh, there's all the mess of my vanity. But this is a really nice translucent kind of powder. They have a couple of different shades. So this is like the translucent shade for me. That works for my skin tone, but they might have a different translucent shade that suits your skin tone better if you're a different tone to me. Or a different like shade to me. This one is another one of their Natural Mineral Cover Radiant Loose Powder Foundations. So this one provides a bit more coverage. This is more of like a coveragey foundation. This is more of just like a setting powder. And this one is in the shade W1 Light. I like both of these products a lot. Like they're actually really enjoyable. Slightly different purposes, but I probably will use these up during the year. I don't know. I can't imagine like all three of these will survive the year because I use powder pretty much every time I want to set my foundation. So, yeah, I don't think that all three of these will be used up through the year. At least, surely this one will get used up. I pulled this one out first because I've had this one for the longest. There is that much left in there. So, like, all the way through that kind of amount. But it's a really nice finishing powder. And that's why I was like, when I first pulled it, I was like, no, maybe don't finish that up. Because I really enjoy this setting powder. It's a really great, affordable price, great shade for my skin tone, and just like really easy to use. It's just a good one. And it comes in such a large size. I really appreciate when like powders come in such a giant, large shaker size. Like this is like practical and convenient. In comparison to my holy grail, the RCMA No Color powder, which comes in a silly Parmesan shaker. Anyway, so something else that I want to use that's another powder. I don't know if I will use this up, but I have the Innisfree Matte Mineral Setting Powder. I'm just going to put this at my boyfriend's house because I used up the powder that I had there previously. I just had a little decanted amount of RCMA No Color powder, but it's time to upgrade to a full-size powder now that I've used that up. This is actually a very small amount of powder though, and that's why I'm expecting to use this up in 2022, and then maybe I can try a new powder after, or maybe I'll go back to this because this is really cute, honestly, and it has a really cute scent as well. I think it's like a green tea scent with Jeju Natural Mineral and Natural Originated Mint. I think it's a mint scent actually. I don't know, it smells like green tea-ish. I don't know, that's really cute. These are 2 products that I'm like taking to my boyfriend's house to put in my makeup collection there. This is Laura Geller. What's this called? Gilded Honey highlighter. I've been like saving it. I don't know, I just like didn't want to use it for a bit because it has this beautiful little, I'll show you guys. It has the most beautiful little swirl embossing in the pan. I didn't want to use it, so stunning, but I'm going to use it this year. 2022 is the year to enjoy this. So yeah, that's going to replace the highlighter that I currently have at my boyfriend's house, because that one you'll see in my next project pan. That's all I'm going to say. Oops. Oh, concealer. I totally forgot. So there are a couple of concealers that I've had in my collection for a while, and there are 2 that I'm definitely hoping to move along, and then there are some that are like maybes that I won't really mind about. The first one is the Rimmel Lasting Radiance Concealer. This one's like a concealer that I really like, and it's a nice shade for me. This is the shade 10 Ivory, I believe. Just a great like thin concealer. I'm actually wearing this one today. It's not too full coverage. It's not too sheer that it doesn't provide anything, but it's not thick and cakey on the skin. And then this is the Lasting Matte Concealer. I'm a little bit biased because I like the Lasting Radiance line more than the Lasting Matte line. I feel like I'm going to be like, the Lasting Radiance one is so much better, but I don't know if it's necessarily that much better, or if I just prefer the foundation that matches with this to the foundation that matches with this. This isn't necessarily a bad concealer. I just wouldn't repurchase it. I have repurchased this, so that tells you all you got to know. But yeah, both of these I've been using for a while. As you can see, this one, we're scraping the tube. We're scraping the tube on this one too, but this one will get used up first, probably, just the way things are going with this one. It's like I've popped the little stopper out of the top and everything. Like, we are really getting in there. Like scraping the sides. Yeah, this one's going to be gone very, very soon. And then following that one will probably be this one. Now, if I use up both of these concealers, which I probably will, let's be real, I will then work on to my next concealers. Let me just show you. These are all the other concealers I have in my collection right now. I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Really, really like this. I would totally repurchase this if I used it up. I have this L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. I will hold on to this. I don't think I'll try and use this up this year, just because it's one that I like to use for like more full coverage kind of occasions. This one pairs really nicely with that Infallible foundation that I used earlier. This is like full beat kind of energy, so I don't think I'm going to try and use that up. So maybe the Multitask Concealer is going to be the one that gets used up. This is in the shade 20 Fair, and this is also from Rimmel. Looks like this. So maybe this is the next one on the chopping block. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not really fussed about these 3, because these 3 are ones that I like purchased more newly. Like, these are newer in my collection. They're not going to expire anytime soon. I'm not stressed about them expiring or anything like that, so I'm not in a hurry to use them up. Rimmel, however, did release a new like tinted moisturizer and a concealer to match, and I am interested in that. So I don't know, I'll probably pick those up eventually, but I'm a little hesitant to try other drugstore tinted moisturizers after this one was such a flop. But also, Maybelline and Rimmel are like totally different brands. They're not even owned by the same parent company, so I'll probably try the Rimmel one, because to be honest, I really like most of the Rimmel foundations I've tried ever, so you know, this just was such a disappointment. I really thought this was going to be like the one. It's not life-changing. I don't know, I'm just right home about it. Okay, now I'm looking at my bronzes and stuff. I have 2 ones that I've returned from last year that you already know. They're going to be in the project pan for sure. So this is the L'Oreal Wild Bronze Glow. She's returning again for her final round. She will disappear this year. I guarantee you she's probably going to be in the semi-annual project pan. If not, definitely in the annual one. This was a huge amount of bronzer for me to work through, and I pretty much already have done most of it. There's a bit around the edge there. This was 18 grams of bronzer. It smelled like argan oil to me. I don't know, just like that's how it smelled to me, but I think it's supposed to smell like something else. I forgot. But this is in the shade La Terra Sun Powder Face and Body Wild Bronze Glow in the shade 01 Light Bronze. Really, really nice bronzer. Very silky smooth on the skin. Not a matte bronzer. It does have like a little bit of a sheen to it, like just a natural glow, but without being like a shimmery or shiny bronzer or anything. Just like a satin nice finish. Really nice and natural. This will definitely be gone. This one will definitely be gone. This is the Body Shop's Honey Bronzer. I have the shade like 03 matte, medium matte, and I would agree that this is a matte bronzer. I'm not going to be able to show you guys too much. There's just a little bit left in there, but it's pretty much all gone. This is a great bronzer, and I'll be using that up as well this year. And then 2 new bronzers that I'll bring into the like using up kind of status once these 2 go, because there isn't that much bronzer here, and especially for someone who wears bronzer as much as I do, these 2 will disappear quite quickly. So I'm going to bring in 2 new bronzers into the project pan, plan to pan for this year. The first one is the Maybelline City Bronzer, just because this is probably the oldest bronzer in my collection. Maybe this, or maybe the Gimme Sun from MAC, but I want to hold on to the Gimme Sun from MAC because she was expensive, and I've got quite like this used to be like a little mountain, and now it's a little it's a little hill, and I'm sad about it because I want to keep like holding on to this. It's like more of a special occasion one, whereas like when I have like a project pan one, it becomes like more of my everyday one that I reach for more often. This one is in the shade medium cool 200. This is a really nice one, and when they say cool, it's not too cool tone that it's like a contour shade, but you could use this to bronzer really nicely. It's cooler than some of the other bronzers that I reach for in comparison to, oops, I just spilled bronzer all over me. This is mess. You can tell this one's a lot warmer than the Maybelline one, but this is the City bronzer from Maybelline. Just a really, really good bronzer. I would say this is like Maybelline's best bronzer they've come out with, in my humble opinion. And also smells good. This is a weird thing to compare it to, but it smells a little bit like the Batiste Brunette dry shampoo. Niche, but I like the smell. So yeah, really, really nice matte bronzer. Never skips. For the price, this is so good. And then another bronzer that I want to use up is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This is going to be like the big guy. Can we work through it? I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's kind of like this guy for 2022. This is the 2021 edition. 2022 edition is here. How many grams are you? I'm trying to find out. Sorry, give me a second. How many grams? Oh, 15 grams. Oh, well, this was 18 grams. So this is only 3 grams smaller than this, but still, that's kind of a difference, especially when it comes to bronzer. But yeah, just another one of those giant bronzers. My sister really didn't like this bronzer, but I actually quite like it. She said it was like annoying and patchy on her, but like, honestly, I don't mind it too much. It's a very popular one. It's very affordable. But these two are like some of the more affordable bronzers in my collection that I've had for longer. So I want to keep them moving. I have some affordable bronzers in my collection that I will like be holding on to. But there are also ones that I feel like are harder to get. The ones I'm holding on to are like, not holding on to, but like not putting in my project pan that are still on that drugstore price point. I have the Milani bronzer and the Physicians Formula. And those ones, they're just really difficult to get here in Australia. I don't know, they're not impossible, but like these two are available at like the drugstore here. So like these, I don't like feel sad about like using up and then repurchasing at a later date if I ever feel like repurchasing them again. But yeah, that's my stack of bronzers I'm hoping to get through. Good luck to me. I wear a lot of bronzers, so I'm not that freaked out by it. I did use up some bronzers last year, so you know they all come and go. They're all in a rotation. This is another bronzer that I want to use up, but this one's in a different category, so it's on its own. This is the Hoola Cookie Contour Stick. Now I love this, honestly. It's a beautiful contour. I feel like some people didn't like this. I don't know why. Like Benefit discontinued this, because to be honest, I loved this. I have this much left, like that's it wound up all the way, and it's actually a really nice shade. I honestly prefer this more than the original like powder Hoola. Like I don't think I'd repurchase Hoola again. I would have repurchased this if they still made it, but they don't, which makes me sad. And on the topic of cream products from Benefit, I think I should use up this year all of my Benefit cream products, just because these guys have been in my collection for a while. And it's kind of like, you guys need we don't want to have expired products here. So I want to use up also the Benefit What's Up, which is a highlighter from them in like a champagne kind of shade. That was a horrible, like, let me show you guys properly. I'll show you guys how much is also left in these so you can get a gauge of how much product I'm trying to work my way through here. So What's Up goes all the way to here. That's how much I have of that left. So you can kind of tell now better. It's a really gorgeous champagne shade. It works really well on my skin tone. Definitely recommend this if you have a similar skin tone to me. Although I'm not sure if they 100% still make this. Anyway, the last one that is one of those cream products is the Fine One One. This, I definitely know that I would like definitely be able to use up this year, because it's like there's not that much left. I love it. There's only that much left. It's so sad. I've had this for years though. Like it's not gross. Like it's not expired. It doesn't. Oh, it smells nice still actually. But like the product hasn't like expired or anything. But I just know that it's time to go, so I will be using this up. This is like a holy grail in my opinion. Like this is beautiful. So I will really enjoy using these products up this year, because they're just like definite favorites. Holy Trinity, these three. But yeah, I gotta keep things moving. So sad. I get sad using up like favorite products sometimes, but you know, you can't hold on to things forever, or like just hold off on using things just because they're like your faves. You gotta use and enjoy them. So I will definitely be enjoying using those. This is something that's like messy, so I'm not gonna hold it up properly, but this is the blush from Kylie Cosmetics that I got a bit ago before she rebranded, and it is in the shade Pink Dreams. It's the one I actually wear on my face today, and I've been working through it for a bit. The reason this is the blush that is on the project pan list is because I dropped it on the floor and it broke, and then the lid came off, and I just don't like having broken packaging in my drawer as much, so it's the one that I'd like to like move along first. So as you can see, it's like a very light pastel kind of pink. It's probably the lightest blush that I have in my collection. Like I probably have more natural toned blushes, but it's the lightest like pink that I have. So I don't know if it's like necessarily the best color for my skin tone, to be honest. I don't know. It's still cute. Like I really like it. It's just a nice matte simple blush that I will be working my way through because I like it. Oh, here's something else I'd probably use up this year with sadness, but it's going to expire, so I got to use it up. This is Benny Tint from Benefit. I may possibly repurchase this one day in the future. This is something I really like to wear. This is like niche, but I love to wear this when I'm going to placement. So obviously I'm a nursing student. It's not obvious at all. What am I talking about? I'm a nursing student, in case you didn't know. And when I go on placements, I like to wear like a little bit of makeup, not like that much, but like, you know, I wear makeup every day. So like, this is one of the products that I really enjoy wearing on placement. I don't know, it's just like I really like wearing like liquid blush when I'm on placement. It's like my preference, and this is one of the ones that I will probably wear a lot this year because I have a lot of placement coming up this year. This is my final year of university, if you're wondering. This is one that may get used up, may not. I'm not really that sad, but I'll show it to you guys. This is High Beam. I've got how much left in it? Like maybe here, like that much. But this stuff is really nice. So I don't know if it will get used up this year because I don't actually reach for this every single time I do my makeup. I usually reach for these guys, which I'm about to tell you about because these guys definitely will be used up this year. These are like the certain chopping block highlighters. Let's talk about this one actually, because this one I like to wear again on my nursing placements. And this one is the the Living Lab of Beauty Mecca Cosmetica Enlightened from Within Illuminating Balm. Got him. This is how much I have left. And there's a big dint in it because I've been wearing this to placements in 2021. But in 2022, I will definitely be finishing this up, wearing this to like placement and stuff. I don't know why I like reach for like certain makeup when I'm on the ward and stuff, but like I do. And this is one of the products. I feel like this is, okay, the reason I do know why I prefer this one. It's because this one is more hydrating. Like it's a very, like it's a balm, so it's like it gives a hydration to the face, and it makes me feel like I'm glowing without being too cakey, but while still staying moisturized as I'm like doing placements and stressed about things and stuff. So yeah, I really like this, and I'll definitely use it up this year because there's only that much left. I honestly wasn't using this at all until I was going on placements, and then when I went on placement I was like scooping away at this. So yeah, that's definitely one that will be disappearing this year. Another one that will definitely be disappearing this year that I'll definitely show you guys in a future project pan is Flexitarian from ColourPop. This is a classic. This was maybe my first ColourPop. No, it wasn't. My first one was Stole the Show. Anyway, that one got used up a while ago. But this one is my last Super Shock cheek product that I have from them. You can see there's pan in there, and then the rest of the product is like a very thin layer. This will be getting used up very soon. I'm wearing this on my face today. It's a very bright, blinding, like bright beaming kind of highlight. It's not a subtle one. You can sheer it out to be more subtle, but it just gives me more like intense blinding highlight vibes. So this is more for like a bam effect. Really pretty. It's not a more champagne-y highlighter like a lot of the ones I typically reach for are. This can kind of lean a little bit more on the icier side. And then the last highlight that I'm hoping to use up this year, wait, let me just rearrange my sitting on the chair. I've been sitting here for what, 23 minutes? I'm sorry guys. I hope you're watching this on double speed, or maybe you enjoy a long video. Honestly, sometimes I do. Whatever the mood is. Anyway, this is the I Love Sarah Here highlighter from Dose of Colors. I've been using this for a while. This is in the shade Soulmate, and I will be using this up this year. As you can see, there is a foot-shaped pan in there. I don't know how I made such a unique shape of pan. It's a very soft and creamy highlighter, even though it's a powder one. It has a kind of creamy texture or finish, or I don't know, it's just unique to me. I really love the Dose of Colors highlighter formula. As you may know, the Desi and Katie collaboration, Fuego, that highlighter, my favorite of all time. So this is like in that same kind of family. It's really pretty. I was a little hesitant at first that this would be too dark for my skin tone because it kind of looks a little dark in the pan. Nah, it's great on the face. I love it. And I will be using this up just so that I can keep things moving. This is a really large highlighter as well. This is 12 grams of highlight. Like that is actually massive. I've been working away on it for a while, and you can kind of tell there's a big dint in the pan. Anyway, those are the face products that I'm going to be working on this year. I may use up more things that I like show you guys in my plan to pan as well. But like this is like the base of like what I'm probably gonna pan. Like this is probably gonna be worked through. Now I'm working into the like lip product drawer. I don't really think I have any specific lip products that I want to use up this year. I have this bucket over here, and it's not things that I want to pan, but these are things that I've like pulled out into this bucket that I want to use more. So they're not necessarily like, use me up, but they're like, use me a couple times. Like, use me more often. So, you know, some of these things are like, you know, a black liquid lipstick. I haven't been wearing black liquid lipstick as much. I used to wear this a lot more in high school, but you know, now that I'm in uni, I don't reach for this as much anymore, but I'd like to get some more use out of it. So I like put it in this bucket and then I see it more. And I can wear them in like videos like this. There are a lot of reds in here, a lot of darker colors. I used to be more into darker lip colors, you know, vampier shades. But now I'm more into like a beigey, neutral, nudie kind of tone. So I'd like to get back to my vampire lip color roots and get some more use out of these guys. That's why I've pulled them out. So not necessarily a pan, but like a would like to get some more use out of and appreciate more is the vampy tones in my collection. Yeah, I think that's about it for my lip drawer. Honestly, I'm really like happy with the way my lip drawer is looking right now. It's really satisfying to me. And of course, I never use up palettes, so I'm looking at my palette drawer and I will not be using up any palettes. Do you pan palettes? Because I don't pan a whole palette. I just like enjoy using them and like love them. I don't know. Oh, you know what we should talk about? Eyeliner stuff. Okay, so brows and eyeliner along with foundation are like the three things that I like go through the most. So I always use up face products, I always use up eyeliners, and I always use up brows. But you know what I never use up? Mascara. So I would like to use up some mascaras this year, and let me show you the ones that I would like to work my way through. First of all, the one that I'm wearing on my lashes today is actually a blue mascara. I've been really enjoying doing like a blue look recently, and this is from Benefit. This is their real mascara in the blue color. Does it have a specific blue shade that it's called? Like indigo or something interesting? No, I just think it's called blue. This was gifted to me by my, I think she's my great aunt. Yes, she's my great aunt. So yeah, I've been enjoying wearing this recently especially. I have two eyeliners to go with that are both in the blue family that I'd like to use up before they go off or dry out or anything like that. So the first one is the Color Precise 24-Hour Wear eyeliner from Rimmel. Just looks like this. It's a liquid eyeliner with a felt tip. Honestly, felt tip's not my favorite, so that's another reason I want to get some use out of this one. And then this is an eyeliner pencil that I was gifted by one of my friends in high school years and years ago. This is the Kiko Milano Smart Eye Pencil. It just looks like this. It's in a blue shade. What are you called? 807, if that means anything to you. I don't really know much about it, but it's a really nice blue, and it's what I'm wearing as my eyeliner today. It's just a pencil that you can sharpen, but I'm still able to get like the kind of wing that I'm looking for. So it's been fun to like play with some color and wear this as a colored wing liner recently, and it is quite a nice pencil. This is the only thing I've ever tried from Kiko Milano, and I'd love to try more things. I really like their packaging, I really like their themes. I just think they're a cool brand, but they're not very accessible here in Australia. They're not sold in stores here, and I've never seen them on websites that ship to Australia, like on like, I don't know, Beauty Bay or something like that. So if you know where I can get Kiko Milano accessibly in Australia, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm definitely interested. But my friend bought this over from, I think like Europe or somewhere. This was years ago, but yeah, someone brought this over from a faraway country, and I enjoy it. So I'd like to get some use out of the fun color of that this year. An honorable mention that I'll go through 1,000 of this year is brush tip eyeliners. As per usual, I'm always going through Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liner. This is my favorite eyeliner of all time. Always recommend it, and I will be using up a bunch of those this year, but not really specifically setting out for like a number goal, because I just know that I'll use up yonks of them. And then I don't know if like I'll go through a lot more of these, but this is the ColourPop BFF liquid liner, another brush tip liner that I really have been enjoying. I don't think it beats the Maybelline one though, but I'll let you know if it ever beats it. I don't know. My two favorite brush tip liners that I will probably use up. I have some things that I mentioned last year in my Project Pan Plan to Pan that I didn't use up, and I'd like to talk about them today because I have been using them and I have found more use in them recently. For some reason, I have a lot of these like chubby dual-ended eye sticks and brow sticks and stuff, and I didn't use them up last year. I put them in my Plan to Pan and I never used them up, and it's just because I never reached for them. But then all of a sudden this year in January, I've been reaching for these heaps. This one has gotten significantly smaller, and I've also been using this, okay, this is ridiculous, I've also been using this in sewing. Like if I need to mark on a dark colored fabric to know where to like cut to, I get this out and do a little cross. But this is supposed to be a shimmer highlighter and matte inner rim eye brightener. So I've been using it for the wrong purpose as well as makeup, but yeah, this will hopefully be gone by the end of this year, and I'd like to get some more use out of these other products as well. Like, kind of pushing myself to reach for them more recently has made me get back into them. So yeah, hopefully I'll use these ones up this year. I hope. I don't know. I was unsuccessful last year with that, so I'm a bit like, oh. Okay. Last year I used up an entire brow pomade, which is crazy. There is so much product in one of those. So I'd like to work my way through as much of this brow pomade as I possibly can. Now this one is from Benefit, and this is the Ka-Brow. I don't know if I actually will use this up, but I'll be working my way through it, and this will be the primary brow product that I'll be working on this year. It has this really cute little angled brow brush in there, and then you can open it, and then there's the little pot down there. I really like this because it's a pot, it's a little gel gel brow product, pomade, yet because of this length, it doesn't roll around in the drawer like a little loose eyeshadow single or something. It sits nicely with the rest of my brow pencils and stuff like that. So I like that it kind of has like a pencil vibe while still being like a pot. I don't know, I think this design is quite creative. At first I was a little hesitant of like where I would organize this, but I organize it with the stick things and it works well. I think that's about it for like brow things I'd like to use up this year. I do have this little eyeliner that I've really been enjoying, but I don't know if I necessarily want to use it up. Yeah, I'll stick it in. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade 0. Just a really great black eyeliner. I'll work my way into this after I've like finished enjoying some of the other guys first, because this is beautiful. Like, this is creamy and gorgeous, and it's high end. This was gifted to me, so I don't know if I'd afford to purchase this myself if I was like going out to buy a black like eye kohl kind of pencil. I probably wouldn't buy this because it's expensive, so that's why I'm a little hesitant to add it to the list. Let me have a rummage around. I think that's about it for like the things I can see in front of me that I'm hoping. Oh, here's one more mascara that I hope to get some use out of. This one is the Tarte Maneater mascara. It's actually quite a good one. I'd been wearing this especially more in like December of last year, and I would like to use it up because mascaras, they have a shelf life, so as all makeup does, obviously. So I'd like to work my way through this. I was also gifted this one from a family member, and it's like a really decent mascara. I totally rate it. This is a little mini size, and it's kind of scratched up because I've like thrown it in my makeup bag and like in my cheer bag and so many things like that. But yeah, that is the last product that I wanted to mention today that I'll be throwing into my... No, it's not. I lied. I absolutely lied. I forgot setting spray. Okay, we're going into setting spray now. How many categories of makeup? I'm going in the most random order. Last year with this video, I pulled everything out before I got started talking about the video. This year, I'm like pulling more stuff out as I speak. It's crazy business. Anyway, so these are some setting sprays I'd like to use up this year. The first one is this Rimmel #Insta Fix and Go. Now, why is it #Insta? I don't know. It kind of reminds me of, you know, when you're watching a Netflix TV show and the kids in the TV show are like, hashtag blah blah blah, or like they make a fake Instagram post and it's like the most bizarre, like no one like posts like that. It's like the script writers made it up. That's the vibes I get from the #Insta. Like, what? But yeah, this is the Fix and Glow setting spray. It's a 2-in-1 primer and setting spray, so you can use this as primer as well. I've never tried that actually, so I should do that. But it's the one I've been using the most recently, and it's good. It has like a fresh cucumbery kind of scent. Then the other two that I'd like to use up. Where is your lid? Okay, well, one of them's missing its lid. Did I drop it on my seat? They're both from Maybelline. One of them is the glass spray. You can kind of see through the packaging. Can you? It's up to here. Like, that's how much I have left. So I've used up a bit of it. I like started getting into it, but I haven't like gotten like to halfway yet. I'm like just getting into it. But yeah, this is really nice. Kind of a dewier, glowier, highlighty kind of setting spray. And then this is the Lasting Fix Makeup Setting Spray, up to 16-hour wear matte finish. This is like the long lasting, beat your face, set it matte, keep it lasting kind of setting spray. It's opaque, so I don't really know how much is left in here, but I'm gonna say it's probably about similar. But yes, I'd like to work my way through these two setting sprays because I do have a lot more setting sprays in my collection, and I want to use these up because I want to get into some other ones, and I don't want to have like 1,000 setting sprays open at once because it's just setting spray. Like, it's not that deep. Let's just use it up and keep it moving. Now I've finished all the things I've talked to you about. Wanted to talk about. Have I? I reckon. Okay, so that's all the things. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video wasn't too chaotic for you. If you liked it, you know what to do. You can give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to be doing Project Pan again this year? Are you planning on panning anything in particular? Have you had any recent panning achievements? Any crazy things that you thought you'd never work your way through and you achieved? Let me know in the comments down below because I'm always interested to hear back from you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I upload whenever I feel like it's random, it's all the time, it's spam, whatever you want it to be. Or you don't have to subscribe if you don't ever see me again. Toodles, thanks for joining me. And you can also join. So if you click the join button down below, you can join my channel and become a member of my channel. There are different levels, like tiers of subscription, and you can subscribe to see even more from me. I'll always be here for free, but if you would like to support me extra, you can pay a little bit extra, and I will like post more stuff on that like special membership area. I'll always be here for free though if you aren't interested in like paying for my content. It's normal here, you know. But yeah, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much. Wish me luck for my Project Pan. Some of these are pretty ambitious goals. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. This is a really long video, so I really do appreciate it. Anyway, hope you're well. Wishing you big love. Bye.